What are the actual phases of a criminal trial? Imagine stepping into a courtroom for a case that could change someone's life. What really happens behind those doors? Let's walk through the actual steps of a criminal trial to see how justice unfolds. First, before a trial begins, there is a period called pretrial procedures. During this time, both sides exchange evidence and information. The defense team looks for weaknesses in the prosecution's case and might file motions to suppress evidence that was illegally obtained. This phase also includes plea bargaining, where the defendant and prosecutor might agree on a lesser charge or sentence to avoid a full trial. Next comes jury selection, known as voir dire. Here, the judge, prosecutor, and defense attorney ask potential jurors questions to find impartial people. The defense wants to exclude anyone who might be biased against the defendant, ensuring a fair trial. Once the jury is chosen, the trial officially starts with opening statements. The prosecution explains what they plan to prove, and then the defense presents its side. This is the time to set the stage and tell the story from each perspective. After opening statements, the main part of the trial begins with the presentation of evidence. The prosecution presents witnesses, physical evidence, and expert opinions to prove the defendant's guilt. The defense then cross-examines these witnesses to challenge their credibility or highlight inconsistencies. When the prosecution finishes, the defense has the opportunity to present its own evidence and witnesses. The defendant can choose not to testify to avoid self-incrimination. If the defense calls witnesses or the defendant testifies, the prosecution can cross-examine them. Following this, the defense can file motions for a directed verdict or judgment of acquittal. If they believe the evidence is not enough to convict, they ask the judge to dismiss the case. Usually, judges deny these motions, and the trial continues. Then comes closing arguments. Both sides summarize their cases. The defense emphasizes any weaknesses in the prosecution's evidence and argues for the defendant's innocence or lesser charges. This is their chance to persuade the jury to doubt guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. After closing arguments, the judge gives instructions to the jury. These instructions explain the legal standards, including what constitutes proof beyond a reasonable doubt. The jury then deliberates privately, discussing the evidence and trying to reach a verdict. Finally, the jury announces its decision. If they find the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, the judge moves to sentencing. The judge considers factors like the severity of the crime and any mitigating circumstances before deciding the punishment. If the jury finds the defendant not guilty, they are released, and the case ends. Understanding each of these phases helps the defense protect the defendant's rights and challenge the prosecution's case effectively. It's a step-by-step process designed to ensure fairness and justice in every trial.